I took a day off yesterday because I cashed in on the Denver -5.5 Friday night versus Memphis. So I treated myself to a nice day yesterday. So took a day off, refreshed, but we back at it today, Jay Money. Let's get some money for the people.
Yeah, it's all business here on the show, man. As it is every single day. Let's get straight to it in this one, man. So, LJ, let the people know where they can find you real quick before we get started with the show for people that don't know who you are, my brother.
Hey, y'all can find me at LJ Sports Media on Twitter. You also can find me at LJ from Houston on Facebook. Live stream Raw Words podcast streaming out on YouTube. So go right now, follow, like, subscribe. So let's get some cash.
Y'all go holler at my boy, man. My guy is a hell of an NBA capper. Let's get straight to it. It's what we got about like 8, 9 games, 10 games. Let's get straight to it, man. It is NBA Sundays. It's us against the bookies. Let's get some cash, guys. First game up. We're going to the streets of Dallas. We got the Mavs. got the Mavs basically sitting at a pick here. -1, sitting at a pick. A lot of money on the Suns here, LJ. Over and under sitting at 234. What we doing in this game, my brother?
Hey, my money's with the Suns too, Jay. I'm on the Suns, man. I believe that they have this on the blade. Dallas has spanked this team numerous of times recently, and the Suns don't forget, man. When you're an athlete and a team keeps spanking you like that, they know that eventually they're gonna have their number. So now KD's on that team, sir. This is a completely different Suns team. Now they are 7-10 on the road versus the West, so they do have a losing record, but they are 7-2 in their last 9 road games straight up, 7-3 straight up in their last 10 overall. So now that KD's on that team, they got some more arsenal, more firepower to get with Booker. And I do believe the Suns will be in this early and often, Jay. 10-6 ATS in their last 16 games in the first half, 9-3 to the under in the first half, last 13. So my play is going to be first half Suns and full game Suns. Dallas don't play well in this spot as a favorite, but it's a pick 'em, you saying, but it opened up as Dallas the favorite. They'll have a losing record as a home favorite. But key note, in the first half, they are 16-4 straight up in the first half at home versus the West, 13-7 ATS. So they possibly could keep this game close. But I do believe the fact that Kevin Durant is on his team now, the Suns are playing well. Dallas is 5-0 ATS in the last 5 versus the Suns. But I'm going to sit back and watch the Suns cash me in today because I do believe they will take down Dallas today.
Unpopular beliefs, man. I think the Mavs get it done today, LJ. And but like I said, I like sometimes when we come on here and disagree, guys. So I don't have all the stats and all that. This is strictly feel right here. Obviously, you got KD going up against Kyrie, but one key point, in my opinion, you got the Suns still playing on on minutes restrictions. They're not playing their guys heavy minutes, whereas the Mavs, they could basically go all out for this win. So I see the Mavs possibly treating this one like a playoff game, whereas the Suns treating this one like a regular season game as well. They know the regular season doesn't matter. It's all about what matters in the playoffs as well.
Yeah.
Suns are 0-5 against the spread last 5 meetings and 0-4 ATS last 4 meetings in Dallas as well. And this is an early start. I believe personally, in my opinion, I think the early starts is better for the home team. In my opinion, you get to wake up in your own bed, right? And the Suns, this is basically a 9 a.m. start for them. See what I'm saying? They're used to playing on, I believe, Mountain Time, but Mountain or Pacific. But regards to that, this is a super early start for the Suns. This is a 4th straight road game as well. So 4th straight road game for the Suns, 5th straight home game for the Mavs. So in my opinion, I think the Mavs have the advantage here in the first quarter and in the full game. I also think this game could get over as well. We know the Mavs aren't the best defensive team, guys. They do have few guys over there, but I'll be honest, I don't know who they. Now, this is one thing on your favor, LJ. I don't know who they're gonna throw at Kate and Kevin Durant in this one, guys. So Kevin Durant points should be a thing, but on the other side, Kyrie is gonna want to show off in this one. What did he do last game? He said, "You know what? Me and Luka, we're gonna be a tandem. We got to do all this shit, man, and let the rest of the team just be role players." So Chris Paul, he's going to be a matchup here where I feel like they're going to be hunting Chris Paul in this one. He's an older type of player as well. I said all that to say, unpopular belief. It's not a heavy play for me, but give me the Mavs full game in this one. I feel like the whole, none of you, LJ, but I like to look at the percentages and shit on some of these sites. I'm seeing like 71% on the Suns today. I think this is a fishy type of game here. I got to go with the Mavs in this one, LJ. like I say, it's just what I feel that the Mavs money line gonna get it done full game, LJ. But like you say, this is a double revenge spot for the Suns, though, full game as well, LJ. So
and it's a different team.
that's a fact. That's a fact right there. But they did lose Bridges and Cam Johnson as well, too, though. This could be where they hit. But you make some good points, LJ. Obviously, the Suns are going to get some revenge in this one, but I just got a feeling that the Mavs gonna get them. Anything else on this one before we get to the next one, LJ?
Nah, man, we can move on.
Got you. So my guy LJ Rocket, you say Suns first half and full game, right?
Suns first half and full game.
Do you like the over? Do you like the over here?
Nah, because the stats were showing the under. So I'm gonna stay off the total because I don't know who's gonna. They may go on a run to where they could cover that spread, or we could be having missed shots and they can go under. So I think it go either way. But I do believe the Suns are going to be focused and ready, bro, to come into Dallas and win this game.
That's a good point. Yeah, the Mavs, they don't have the best defense, guys. I can tell you. It's not the sexiest play, but I did put some on Mavs money line, -110, my guys. So over here to the streets of L.A. here, LJ, we got the Lakers getting 5 points at the house. Another national TV game here. We know Steph is coming back for the Warriors in this one. I hate to say rusty because great shooters, you don't really get rusty like that, but we know that he's not necessarily in tip-top game situation. Every game is a must-win for the Lakers in this one, LJ. But how did it face, my brother? Everything cool? Made a face.
I'm just listening.
Now, Lakers getting the 5 at the house. What you think happens here? You think the Warriors get it done here?
I don't know, Jay. This game is tricky for me. Warriors don't play good on the road, and the Lakers don't have LeBron. Is AD playing? Has he been officially ruled in or not?
Good. Yeah. AD should be in.
Okay. Well,
I think the only player out for the Lakers, D'Angelo Russell and LeBron.
Okay, I still don't feel comfortable because the Lakers are 6-11 straight up in the last 17 in the first half, and they do usually play well at home in the first half. So if I was looking Lakers, I probably would look that way only. But the Warriors, man, they're only 4-12 on the road versus the West, 5-7 versus the division. They are 6-4 in their last 10, so they do have a winning record in there, and they have won 5 in a row, but I just can't trust the fact that they're coming to LA and want to be motivated to win this game. Steph is supposed to come back today. I thought I read that earlier.
Yeah, he is. Yeah,
he's coming back today. Okay, well, if Steph comes back, then I may lean towards the Warriors. But the fact that they don't play that well on the road gives me trepidation. But I'm just going to stay off, man, until I have a better feel of how the Lakers are going to play. Because without LeBron, I don't think that you would be able to be competitive, but they do need wins, like you just mentioned. So it is a different team. So I just don't know what to expect. It's a division game. This could go either way. I'm just going to stay off.
Yeah, I didn't bet this game, guys. I do lean the Lakers in the first quarter, and I lean their way full game as well. I know Steph sometimes comes out he's not playing the whole first quarter, first game back. It's probably going to be somewhat of a minutes restriction as well. I don't want the Warriors on the road. They're 5-0 in their last 5 games, but those have been at the house. Now they come on the road as well, and it's the second straight home game for the Lakers as well. Lakers have all the motivation in the world. They're really trying to make a playoff push. They're on the outside looking in right now, so every game is really big for the Lakers in this one, guys. Warriors only 8-20-1 against the spread on the road, guys. 7-23 straight up, man. So I'm not looking towards the Warriors on the road. I know they get Steph back. I know everybody's gonna want to be on them, but I hadn't bet this game, guys. But if I'm betting it, Lakers first quarter and full game, I think are the right spots, and it could be an under spot as well. The Warriors can play some really good defense. If the Lakers want to stay in this game, they have to lock up and play defense as well, man. So I think the under is actually a really underrated look in this one, and I don't expect Steph to go crazy in this first game back. So if I'm betting this game, Lakers in the first quarter, Lakers in the full game, and I heavily lean to the under as well, guys. But like I said, I did not bet that game. Those are the lanes. That's how I would bet it. You see what I'm saying? That's what we're here, sports betting advice, guys. Yes. Next game up. Let's go over here to the streets of Chicago here, LJ. Got the Bulls here, laying 5.5. It was at 6.5 last night, my guys. I like the Pacers here. Simply put, I don't think the Bulls shoot enough threes. I think the Pacers do get Halliburton back tonight. I told my guys that Halliburton is playing in this game. If you listen to the interviews, listen to the post-game interviews, guys, or just type in Pacers post-game interview on YouTube, guys. You get all the info you need. This is the 4th straight road game, but they're coming off a horrible loss. I still think the Bulls are somewhat of a fade, in my opinion, man. Give me the Pacers here +5. I did take them last night +6, +6.5, but down to 5.5. I think the Pacers might win this game. L. Jizzle, how you looking at this game, my brother?
Hey, I can't talk you off the full game. You know, the Bulls are they play better in the first quarter, first half, especially first half. You know, they're
Facts.
20-7 ATS in the last 27 in the first half, 15-5 ATS in the last 20. So, if anything, I would take the Bulls early. But I'm with you. I think the Pacers can cover the spread, possibly straight up win the game. This is a revenge spot for the Bulls because the Pacers just beat them the last game. So they should have this already in their brain. Zach LaVine, though, you know, I may take his points. You know, he had 35 in the last game, so he's been balling as of late. So if anything, I would take his points. But as far as the game, I couldn't talk you off the full game, Jay. But the Bulls early first half is where I probably would lean if I was betting this game. But
LJ, what about Bulls first quarter?
uh, I don't know. I know we fade the Pacers in the first quarter, but the Pacers been playing well, man. I don't know if people been watching though. They've been playing well, so it could be an up and down game, and they possibly could cover that first quarter. But they usually come back in the second quarter and cover the spread in the first half. That's just usually how they play. So I couldn't come to a full decision on this game, Jay. So I lean Bulls early, but I also lean Pacers full game. So I'm gonna stay off, my guy.
Yeah, let's go, man. Give me the Pacers in this one, guys. Like I say, you can think that Halliburton is how Halliburton said himself. He practiced yesterday and he's on track to play, guys. So sometimes the injury report don't even matter. You got to go and look for the inside info, guys. So Halliburton should be playing this game. I took it last night with anticipation this was going to move. The members got this one at +6.5 last night, down to +5.5. I think the Pacers going to win this game, guys, to be perfectly honest with you. The Bulls, they can come out hot. They're going to be pissed off. This is their second straight home game coming off their game versus the Suns. They played a really good first half. What happens over the course of a full 48? The Bulls don't shoot enough threes. I think the Bulls going to really have to do something this summer, guys. They got to get a new coach or something. But in today's NBA, you have to shoot a fair amount of threes. When the other team is shooting 3 times as many threes as you and making 3 times, you basically have no shot to win the game. Billy Donovan said it as well. His team is 0-3 ATS last 3. They're past the honeymoon phase. They're past the honeymoon phase with Patrick Beverly over there. I think the Bulls now finally start to crater here. If I like the Bulls, I take them first quarter, first half. To be honest, you might get a better number in game with the Pacers here. But if you can't bet in game, I like the Pacers here full game plus the 5.5 plus the 6. This could be another one where you sprinkle on the money line. I fully believe these are even type of teams. The Pacers have been balling with Halliburton in there. I think they're slightly better than the Bulls. I'll take the points with this one, and I wouldn't be a bit surprised if the Pacers won this game outright, guys. Let's go over here to the street. I gotta get drinks. LJ, Magic land 2 versus the Blazers, my guy.
Only can look Magic, my guy. Magic has been balling, especially in the first half. 11-2 straight up in the last 13 in the first half, 9-3 in the last 12 ATS. So anything, I'm looking at Magic early. I wouldn't be mad full game as well because the Blazers do not play well in this spot. 8-15 versus the East, 4-7 on the road versus the East, 2-12, Jay, in their last 14 road games. Blazers are horrible on the road. They're only 9-14 in the 1 ATS first quarter, last 24. They're 6-7 ATS last 13 first half. So Orlando should take care of business, especially at the house. You know, they are 5-2 in their last 7 at home versus the West. So give me Magic early first half, and I wouldn't be mad on the full game money line for the Magic, my friend.
That's a good point. I'll be honest. There is a key injury in this one that I'm worried about. Now, first, I have to start with this. The Magic have the major size advantage in this game, guys. Shout out to my guy Marley. I believe that's Marley, man. Shout out to my guy Marley in the chat. But the Blazers have lost 5 of the last 6. Still not out of the play-in tournament, guys. So I'll be honest. These are a couple of big games from the Blazers here. 2 winnable games. I can't lie to you. I'm not going to bet this game. I'll tell you that right now. But I do see this being a toss-up type of game. What have the Magic been doing? We bet on the last game versus the Hornets. But over the last 11 games, it's been win, loss, win, loss, win, loss. After a win, they'll lose. After a loss, they'll win. And I'm also worried. This is first game back off a little 3-game road trip, but Franz Wagner is questionable here. In my opinion, I think Franz Wagner is the best player on this Magic team, in my opinion, guys. If you watch this team, you know Franz is a beast. It's crazy because his brother Mo was drafted before him. Franz coming there, the little brother, balling, man. So I think he's an important piece to the Magic here. Banchero seems like he could be hitting that rookie wall ball as well. I think this is a winnable game for the Blazers. So I'm actually going to go out on a limb. I'd actually say it's Blazers or nothing for me in this game, but I know I'm not betting it. I know that Dame as well, like the Blazers have the guard advantage here, in my opinion, but the Magic have the major size advantage. You can get whatever you want in the paint versus the Blazers. So this is a tough game. Dame will need to go off for them to stay in the game. I'm not betting it. I do lean Portland, though, guys. I do lean the Blazers over the course of the full game. I do think they have the better overall offense in this one. But like I say, LJ, I'm not betting it, my brother. So don't let me talk you guys off. But it is Blazers or nothing for me in that one. What you think, LJ? What if Franz Wagner said? You still like him?
I still like him,
regardless.
bro. The Blazers do not play well on the road, and I'm just going to trust the fact that 2-12 in the last 14 on the road is just something I can't back up and expect you to make a win on the road today versus Magic that's playing well. Like I said, they're playing well, man. So I'm going to trust that they will take care of business at home.
Got you, guy. I could not talk you off there. And I always say, go with your good as well, my guys. Go with your good, man. A lot of times I don't even care about the injuries, man. So
yeah,
but it's enough from there. I'm staying off. Let's go over to the streets of Brooklyn here, LJ. We got the Nets laying 8 points at the house versus the Hornets. I know the Nets showed some, and they could be back, but I'm not laying 8 points with. I don't want to take. I'm not betting this game. I don't want to take the Hornets. I did hear they get PJ Washington back in this one, but Nets could be due for a little letdown, or they could use that game as momentum and try to keep going. But I'm not laying 8 points with this Nets team here, LJ. I feel like they caught fire the last game. Come back home now. What you think happens in this game?
I'm not confident to lay a full game, but I think I'm going to sprinkle on the first half on the Nets, man. The Hornets, they're 1-12 versus this division, 4-18 on the road versus the East. They also have lost both first quarters and first half since LaMelo's been out of their game, the lineup. So I'm going to keep fading the Hornets until I see they can win without LaMelo. That's basically how I'm going to attack the Hornets. And the Nets, they're 12-1 versus this division, 13-6 at home versus the East. I'm sorry, 7-2 ATS in the last 9 games at home versus the East, bro. So I believe they will take care of business, but I'm going to just take it early. But I am going to sprinkle on Bridges props, points, and rebounds. He's averaging 28 points and 6 rebounds, 7 out of the 8 games since joining the Nets. So he's been balling. And, of course, everybody know me. I was on Claxton blocks early on in the season, but I got off because he digressed once Durant and Kyrie got traded. We back on Nicholas Claxton today, Jay. Over 2.5 blocks. He's averaging 8. He has 18 blocks in the last 8 games, so that gives him 2.5 a game. And the Hornets allowed the most blocks on the road, 6 a game, and they've allowed 13 blocks in the last 2 games. So Nicholas Claxton over 2.5 blocks. I'm taking Bridges points and rebounds, and I'm taking the Nets first half. Those are my plays.
I couldn't talk you off there, man. Let me see. Let me see. Because I got to put some on this play just real quick. Brunson might not play today, guys. So let me go ahead and hop on. Let me go ahead and I already like the Celtics in the first quarter. Just real quick, guys. We got somewhat of an emergency betting alert here.
No, this is what we do. We capitalize, man.
Somewhat of an emergency betting alert. Give me the Celtics in this first quarter there, minus the 1.5. I actually think Celtics might catch the trifecta spot. But yeah, let's finish this game real quick. Yeah, my guy, shout out to my guy Chris. Nets are minus 43 net rating in the first quarter post All-Star break. He says he's gonna sprinkle on the Hornets in the first quarter. Could not talk you off.
Okay.
Nets seem to be, they'll try to find it like as the game goes on, guys. So you know what? I'm gonna do a little something different this time, LJ. Let's skip straight to this Celtics game real quick because we know that. Let's go to the streets of Boston real quick. Celtics got revenge here. They just got embarrassed versus the Knicks. Knicks are hot here. They've won 8 straight. They are coming off their game versus Miami as well. Never know what happened down there in Miami. Brunson did leave the game. He came back. He's questionable today. And I'm like, sometimes with injuries, guys, like you can come back that day, but after that game, that shit swell up on you might not be as well. They want to take it slow with Brunson. If he doesn't play in this game, there will be a huge loss, in my opinion. I got to take Celtics in the first quarter, bounce back J spot, right? They're going to be motivated in this game, coming off a loss as well. So they pissed off at the Knicks, and they coming off a horrible loss versus the Nets. It's almost a perfect recipe. I think the Celtics probably catch the trifecta here, LJ. What you think in this one?
Hey, I'm not mad at you. I couldn't talk you off, man. But you know me, Jay. I don't bet Celtics games. And this will be a game I would bet on them. because, like you just said, triple, like this is a revenge spot like no other for the Boston Celtics right now. So first quarter and full game is what I would take, but I just can't bet on the Celtics. But as far as the Knicks, you just mentioned they have been playing well. They're 4-1 in the last 5 versus the division, 6-1 to the over in the last 7 road games. So if anything, I would take the over because the Celtics, they shoot a lot of threes, Jay, and
It's still
I
up
don't
right
know.
now.
Huh?
No, I'm just saying people in the chat saying it's locked. It's still up right now.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know what apps y'all got. I got like 12, 13 different apps on my phone, man. But
yeah, everybody probably got the apps you got, Jay.
No, this is when people say I be promoting this shit, but I mean I've kind of been smacking DraftKings up lately. They don't get paid by me none. It's just a book that's, I mean, I feel like it's a super public book, but it's still up on DK right now. But I didn't mean to cut you off, LJ.
No, you good. You good. Like I just mentioned, I would lean the over, Jay. You know, like I know the Boston, they have a revenge in this game and they could win, but the Knicks have been playing well, especially on the road. So this is going to be a good game, division game. I just want to sit back and watch it, to be honest with you. But like I said, Boston is 21-11 to the over as a home favorite, and the last 5 games at home have gone over. So I believe this game goes over. I see a lot of points, and I also see a lot of points in the first quarter as well, because the Knicks are 9-3 the last 12 first quarter to the over. So all those plays are good for me, man, but I can't bet Celtics game. So that's just a rule that I have, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, my rule is I ain't betting against the Celtics, man. I like the Celtics in this one, guys. I did just put a little something on the -5 full game, and I just took them -1.5 in the first quarter. And should I missed it? Should I want to take them first half as well? I think this is a Celtics smash spot. I think the Knicks finally lose a game. I think there's a high chance that Brunson, and it's my fault because I'm thinking about this last night too. I'm like, Brunson probably won't play in this game, guys. That's just the way I look at it. They know that the Celtics are going. Sometimes these NBA teams know a team is coming for their ass. So I know the Knicks are red hot. They've won 8 straight games, 5-0 out of the All-Star break. I think they dropped this one on the road. On Sundays, I think the home team is a slight lean to the home teams.
Yeah,
Celtics pissed. They're pissed at the Knicks, and they're pissed in general for blowing that 28-point lead versus the Nets. I would not bet against the Celtics here with my anybody's money. Celtics first quarter -1.5. Celtics full game -5 for me, guys. Some I just literally added this morning, guys. And now let's go backtrack a little bit. Let's go over here to the streets of OKC here. LJ got the Thunder here, land 6 points at the house versus the Jazz. Clarkson back for the Jazz. No Laurie Markkinen. SGA is back for the Thunder in this one. How are we looking at this game, LJ?
Man, I didn't look at nothing. I just these two teams just played like 3 games ago. Like it just see, or like they
last game.
They played the last game, but then they played like a couple games before that too. I believe. I think they played 3 times in the last week and a half, Jay. So I really don't have none on this game. I think the Jazz are taking, bro. You know, they're not good.
That's
first half. You see what I'm saying? As far as OKC, you know, is Shea coming back? You just mentioned, right? Shea
he back in there today.
Yeah, that's the only way I would lean, just Shea. But like I said, I have to see him back with the team. You know, I usually don't bet OKC unless they're pretty much like a dog. You know, once they're in a dog situation, you can put your money on OKC. But as a favorite, they don't really step up as much. You know, they'll win the game, but they don't cover. You get what I'm trying to say? So I want to take that risk today, and I just stayed off the game.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. I do lean the Thunder here, though, my guys. Obviously, they just won out. They won by 130 to 103. You nailed it, LJ. The Jazz don't care about winning no games right now, and it's crazy because they actually still in the playoff picture. That's what's the craziest thing about it. But and the Thunder seem like they wanted to tank a little bit as well, but they can take over. Like they still have an outside chance of getting there, in my opinion. So I think the Thunder know that. They did lose 5 straight games. They got SGA back. This is their 5th straight home game. So the Thunder, once again, I mean, I'd like to say they have the advantage early, but the Jazz did just play in that arena. So we know the Jazz have the major size advantage, but the Thunder with SGA back, I'm only looking towards Thunder here. I'm not laying the 6 with them here, guys. So lean that way, but not betting the game. So, I don't even want to talk about this game, LJ. Rockets land 2.5 versus the Spurs. It was a little bit better yesterday. The Rockets had more, I feel like the Rockets was a strong look yesterday. Now today, in theory, you'd like to take the Spurs. I just don't care about this game, LJ. Anything on this game?
Nah, but I would lean towards the Rockets, to be honest with you, because they're at home. They play better at home, especially in the first half, 18-11-1. So I would take the first half if I was betting this game. And I wouldn't be mad at a full game Rockets too, because the trend of the Spurs applies to what Chris mentioned on this show. Road dog coming off a home loss in the second leg of a back-to-back. is now 1-21 straight up on the season, Jay. Now, these two
Say that
teams
one more
just
time.
played, huh?
One more time, LJ.
Road Dogg coming off a home loss.
Yeah.
On the second leg of a back-to-back is 1-21 straight up on the season. Now, they just played the same team, though, so I don't know how that applies to this situation. You see what I'm saying? Because it's usually a different team that you're playing, but the Spurs are playing the same team. So that's why I'm going to stay away from it ultimately, because I don't think the trend matches up necessarily with that because it's the same team. But all in all, I would lean Rockets first half and full game, but I'm not betting.
I am so off that game, bro. Like, I really want to. If I know you have bet on it, I would have skipped that fucking game, man. To be honest with you, but let's get over here to the streets of Washington D.C., man. This is actually a write-in game. I don't know the stipulations. If somebody in the chat, what's going on? This is a write-in game. I'll tell you right now. I see no way that the Bucks play everybody in this game. We know Middleton is likely going to rest, but like, why would everybody play? It's not a 3rd and 4. It is a back-to-back with travel, though. Wizards have a ton to play for. I mean, the Bucks, I know people saying they're fighting for the number 1 seed. They got a couple easy wins coming up after this. Guys, I'll tell you this. This is an angle of mine. Somebody figured out. When a team goes on a more than 10-game win streak, right, it takes a lot of energy to keep that shit up. Remember, they were teetering a few losses and had to come back and win the game. Came back versus the Nets, came back versus the Suns. They were up big yesterday and kind of ran out of gas. And they gave up 48 points in the 4th quarter, man. Sixers come back and beat their ass. But I think the Bucks might drop this one. I think they might rest 2 or 3 guys in this one. Wizard, now I'll tell you straight up on both sides. Wizards did say that they were tired yesterday, guys. They ran out of gas. They did have an overtime game, but they did play earlier than the Bucks as well. I think the Wizards early in this one is probably the side, but I'll be honest, I did take them full game last night to +4. And it's up to 4.5, 5 this morning. I think the Wizards early is actually the better look because I think even if everybody plays for the Bucks, I think the Wizards have. If you watch the Wizards, they've been balling, man. They've been balling, guys. They playing defense. Offensively, they're in a groove. Kuzma, Porzingis, Beal. I know they still without Morris, but I got a tricky feeling that the Bucks kind of like ran out of gas and they kind of punt this game, man. So actually, Wizards trifecta probably is the spot, man. I hadn't taken first quarter, first half yet. I think we get some guys rested for the Bucks here, LJ.
I only can look Wizards first quarter, Jay, for the simple theory that you said, because I believe they will rest some players. There's no reason that they need to come out and win this game. You know, the Wizards have all the reason to win this game. And I may sprinkle on the Wizards to make the playoffs, Jay. I haven't made the decision yet. I wanted to see them a couple more games. And I do believe that they're motivated to try to make a playoff run. So I will look Wizards first quarter, 10-2-1, straight up in their last 13 in the first quarter, 21-8. In the first quarter to the over at home. So I will look Wizards first quarter and over early and often, and I'll just stay off the rest of the game. But now, if the Bucks do play their players, they could come back in the second half and smack them because they're a good enough team like that. But I just believe the Wizards are motivated to try to come in. Like I said, they're trying to push for a playoff run, and I believe that they can catch the Bucks vulnerable right now if the Bucks don't play most of their key players. So I only can look Wizards first quarter. Is the way I can look.
That's a fact. Yeah, Kuzma game time decision. I don't know why though. This Wizards team has everything in the world to play for right now, man. I'm only looking at Wizards first quarter, first half, and full game in this one. Excuse me. Like I say, you could wait, but I wouldn't be a bit. The Bucks don't have to release their injury report right now, guys. Especially on the back-to-back, they can basically wait for a few hours, wait till the last minute, and rest literally 3 or 4 guys. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if Giannis, Middleton, Drew Holiday, and Brook Lopez sat this game out. I mean, it's not necessarily the greatest spot. So like I said, I'll say it one more time. 16-game winning streak. When you finally lose, it's like a bubble burst. It's like, okay, now we can kind of finally exhale. I just don't see them coming out in the next game like, all right, come on, let's get back on another streak. Not when you're so far ahead. You're in the playoffs. This is just one of those regular season games where I see the Bucks kind of taking the night off, in my opinion, man. So hopefully they rest somebody. I did take the Wizards last night plus the 4 sprinkle on it. And I did just put some on Wizards in the first quarter, guys. Like I say, if the Bucks play their guys, and if Kuzma sits, it won't be good. But that's what I bet, guys. I just got a feeling that the Bucks rest at least 2 or 3 guys here, and I don't see why they wouldn't, in my opinion, man. This is a right-in game, so give me I think this is a Wizards type of game. Hopefully, Kuzma is just a little injury report manipulation. My God, I didn't see him get injured. But let's go. Last game up here. It's go over here to the streets of LA here, LJ. You got the Clippers here versus the Grizzlies. In this one, we know the Grizzlies without 3 players. Ja Morant suspended, Dylan Brooks suspended, which that's good for the Grizzlies there. And then Brandon Clark just tore his Achilles, man. So that's tough. I like Clippers first. I didn't bet this, guys, but I like Clippers first quarter, first half. I wouldn't be surprised if they got it done in the full game, to be honest with you. But I do think this is a Clippers type of spot. Finally get off the schneid. The Grizzlies are not good on the road, guys. They are not. And they're missing 3 players. Got a lot of swirling shit going on with them. I think they get smoked out. I think they get smoked in this one. This is Clippers breakout game, in my opinion, LJ. How you feel about this one?
I'm right there with you, bro. I didn't bet it, but I only can look Clippers early and often, man. I mean, Memphis is missing the players that you just mentioned, and they don't play well on the road, especially versus the West. They've only won, I think they're 1-11 now in their last 12 games on the road versus the West. So without Ja, without your star, and Dylan Brooks, not necessarily say he's an offensive threat, but he's a defensive threat. He can guard, the best player on the other team usually. So you're taking that out of the lineup as well. And you're missing key production off the bench with Clark, backing up the backup center, that could possibly get in foul trouble. So it's just all type of things going on in this game that I don't want to be a part of, Jay. So I'm staying off. But, of course, man, the true bettors would bet Clippers early and often for sure.
That's a fact, and and that's what we are, true bettors, man. Most people are gonna be like, "Oh, I've never betting against teams, man." I love seeing shit like that, to be honest with you, man. And I see people taking the Grizzlies, probably don't even know what's going on with the team,
right?
I'm gonna see how they go. I do think Clippers first quarter, first half is the look, regardless here. Like you say, they always do seem to fold full game, but it's just one. I hadn't bet it yet, guys. I do think there's better spots out there, but the Clippers at some point gonna start to put shit together. It's gonna be possibly at the house. The Grizzlies do not play well on the road in this one, man. So Clippers first quarter, first half is what I'm heavily leaning towards, and lean full game as well, LJ. We broke down all the games, my brother. That's every single game. Let's get to some free picks for the people and get up out of here, man. Chill with the fam, my brother. What you liking on today's card, LJ? And anything to promote, tell the people where to find you.
Oh, man, just to make it official, I'm going to take the Suns full game. It's at a pick 'em right now, so it's a toss-up, but I just think that they're motivated to come out and beat Dallas, man. Especially they have KD now. They know Dallas has smacked them up a couple times. And I'm not saying Dallas is not going to be in the game. This will come down to the last possession of the game, but I just believe that the Suns are more motivated to beat this team. That's just my opinion. And they have been playing well on the road. So I'm just going to trust the fact that they've been in a groove. I'm going to take the Suns for a game. First half is who I'm going to take the Nets. I'm going to take the Nets first half over the Hornets, and I'm also on Bridges, points and rebounds, and I'm on Claxton blocks over 2.5. I'm taking the Magic first half over the Blazers. Don't want to trust the full game, but I'm just going to take the Magic in the spot where they have been successful at, and that's the first half. And I believe that is it, Jay. I stayed off the rest of them. So I think those are my only 3 plays for today.
Yeah, I like it, man. Man, my guy in the chat saying little parlay J, Clippers, Celtics money line. I was trying to think of something to parlay Celtics money. I haven't been making any parlays, guys, just for whatever reason. I can make a 2-team parlay and one of the legs will not hit, man. So no parlays for me. But I do think that Clips money line and Celtics money line is free money, my guys. I do think that's cash right there, my guy. But this is what I took, man. I did take the Mavs in the full game, guys. This is what I took. It's no fanboy shit. It's me simply fading the conventional wisdom in an early ABC game in this one. I do think the early game faced towards the home team, guys. So I just want to make this clear. If you like the Suns, do not let me talk you off, guys. LJ likes the Suns. Everybody in the chat likes the Suns. I do like the Mavs in this one, full game, money line, +1, whatever, guys. I do think the Mavs find a way to get it done in this one. And I took the Pacers. I took them last night, +6, +6.5, down to 5.5. I still like it. It might be a sprinkle on the money line. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention that. Aiden is a little banged up, guys. Aiden didn't even practice with knee soreness yesterday. I think that was somewhat part of the reason why I liked him as well. Don't be surprised if Aiden doesn't play. Not saying it'll matter, but I know he didn't practice yesterday with a right knee contusion or some shit like this. So if Aiden doesn't play, I won't be surprised. Give me the Mavs. Give me the Pacers, +5.5. And that one, heavily lean Lakers, first quarter, full game. Heavily lean I do lean the Blazers, but not a heavy lean. Lean Thunder full game, not betting that game. I did just on this show. I took the Celtics in the first quarter, -1.5 and full game -5. It's up to 6. If Brunson doesn't play, that's going to be a great. This 6 is still good, guys. And I did take the Wizards last night as well. I did take Wizards first quarter +1.5 on this show as well. I think the Wizards actually cashed a trifecta today, guys. Wizards first quarter, first half, in full game should cash. And now don't be a bit surprised to see the Bucks rest some guys. This is not
if
a
they
top
rest.
tier.
Yeah. If they rest, I'm on the Wizards too. I just need to get confirmed if they're going to be out.
I'm expecting it, bro. I'm expecting it. So nothing's guaranteed, but shit, I don't be a bit surprised to see a few guys get ruled out for the Bucks and knowing, man. And then Clippers, first quarter, first half would be my looks in the game. I hadn't betted. That is the latest game on the card, so I have a lot of time to think about that with my guys. But it's a lot of plays on the card. So just to recap, what I personally bet: Mavs full game, Pacers full game. I want to get there with Lakers first quarter full game, but I hadn't betted yet. I did bet Celtics first quarter -1.5 and full game -5, and I also bet the Wizards +4 full game and first quarter +1.5. And I want to get there with Clippers first quarter, first half, guys. That's the show. 700 people watching live, man. Let's get some cash. Us Against the Bookies, guys. If you like the show, why wouldn't you hit the like button? Why can't we get 700 likes, man? We're going live on a Sunday. Nobody's doing NBA shows on a Sunday, guys. We broke down the whole card, give you our best bets, trying to get some cash for ourselves and for you guys, man. Only thing I ask, hit the like button, man. Show some love, man. We're trying to get some cash. Running on a little heater right now. So it's Against the Bookies. We will win today, guys. I hope everybody have a great day out there, man. Go chill with your fam. Do whatever you have to, man. Let's live life. You see what I'm saying? We only die once, but we live every single day, guys. Us Against the Bookies, man. We out. Let's get some cash. It's all love. Hit the like button, subscribe, become a member.